Hey everyone, Dr. Frunky here with a couple of exciting new knives. If you follow my channel, you know that I love zero tolerance knives, but I especially like the 0392 series. I've had a few of them, I've done a couple of videos, I even did one sort of spotlight video on the series as a whole and why I like them so much. This is the only one that has really stayed with me though, the BRN GLD. I really like that slicer grind. I find it to be the most useful. I've sold both of my other Wharncliffe style 0392s. I'm not really looking to collect the whole series, but this one has really been a favorite of mine. It just works so well. So when I saw that they have now switched over to a new blade shape, I got really excited. And I just have a little visiting knife here that's actually on its way to Switzerland, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the star of tonight's video is going to be the new 0392 Blue Bowie. So we've switched over now to the Bowie or Bowie style blade here, and it's just like the Hinderer grind. It's just got that ZT flare to it. I got a little bit of dust on the blade here. I'll take that off. But it looks just like Hinderer's grind. ZT has added their DLC coating to it. It's really exciting because it comes in M390. The last Wharncliffe edition came in M390. It's really cool to see them using different steels. I will say I almost didn't buy this knife. I think I posted a couple of places, and I even said in another video maybe that I wasn't going to get this knife. It just looked a little awkward in photos. The shape of the blade and the way that the swedge is ground with the DLC, I just thought it wasn't that good looking, and I wasn't sold on the blue. But I saw that they were still available a couple of days later, and I just couldn't help myself, so I picked this one up. And I have to say I'm really happy with that, because this sort of combines all of the elements of the Wharncliffe and the slicer grind in a couple of ways here. So you get the really fine point that you might get on a Wharncliffe for nice stabbing cuts, but you also get all the belly that I really like to have from a slicer grind. So that's really more of a useful blade shape for me. And the tip is a lot thicker than on that Wharncliffe, so I don't feel like this is going to break off quite as easily. Of course, if you start stabbing this into a rock or something, it will bend or break, but none of us are doing that. I think the handle is a little bit nicer in person than I thought it would be. This is sort of a matte blue finish. I really do like that. It feels good in the hand. It's a nice texture. It does change color sort of with your finger oils, so if you're super OCD about that, this may not be your favorite knife. I'm honestly thinking about having this refinished. The titanium hardware this time is done just in a polished fashion with no anodizing. It looks good with the blade. I think the overall look of this knife is okay. I would have liked to see them not do this DLC. I think that they could have done it in a different color or just taken it off and left it satin. I think the overall look of this knife would be even better. And I'm seriously considering doing some aftermarket customization to this. So I will say that the action is just as good as all of the rest of them. Incredible flipping action, already really smooth, just drops closed already. Really nice in the hand. I love the ergonomics of these Eclipse style handles, and just an overall big fan. So I'm going to be carrying this for a little while. You can look out for the final diagnosis video in a couple of weeks. Something I just wanted to feature here on the channel is the Zero Tolerance 0808 Blue. So this knife, I don't know that this knife even has a video on YouTube yet of someone talking about it here. This knife I purchased for my buddy Treddy of Treddy Knife Reviews out of Switzerland. I really enjoy his channel, and sometimes we talk about knives and what's cool out there. And he really wanted to pick up this knife, but he couldn't find a place that would ship to him in Switzerland, so I'm happy to pick this up for him and send it to him. I just wanted to get a couple of shots of it on the camera, show you what it looks like in the hand. S35V and steel titanium handles. It looks really nice with that silver hardware. Very handsome carry here. So I'm going to ship this one off to Treddy here later today, and I wish him all the best, and he's going to do the full review on this knife. I will say this is the smoothest one of any 0808 that I've experienced. Follow me on Instagram, guys, at Dr. Frunky. Click like and subscribe to my channel. As always, this is Dr. Frunky saying take care.